It's not every day that a new music school opens up right in your neighborhood, but for the city of Beacon, the creative culture keeps getting louder and louder, proving once again that you just can't stop the music.
First, let's tune up here. I think that needs to come up a bit.
And it's Stephen Clare who just keeps turning up the volume on Beacon's music scene. But it didn't happen overnight. After touring, recording, and teaching music for nearly 20 years, Stephen and his family moved from Brooklyn to Beacon 5 years ago in search of greener pastures.
From the moment we got here, we just kind of hit the ground running and was just doing everything to have there be great live music around me.
And that's how his brand, Local 845, was born and began to return some sonic quality to the city of Beacon.
I started inviting various musicians and bands and songwriters that I knew to come up to Beacon and play, and I was finding them places to play, whether it was in art galleries or restaurants or coffee shops.
Providing programs like Rock Band Boot Camp and Beacon Riverfest, a free music venue for the entire community.
Give it up for the Noothlers.
And subsequently, I ended up spending the next few years becoming a producer and promoter of shows, which I had never really set out to do, but it just kind of happened organically, and the community really got behind it.
So for Stephen, music has always been a religious experience, whether performing, recording, or teaching. But for his newest vision, the best place to start was actually with a visit to the man upstairs.
The Beacon Music Factory is our first pioneer endeavor down in the space.
I happened to hike up the mountain with the guy who's the pastor here at the First Presbyterian Church in Beacon, and I mentioned it to him, and he said, "You should come by and see the basement."
After finishing some much-needed work to the drainage system in the basement of the First Presbyterian Church, it was ready to serve the community once again as a brand new school of music.
We're eager to serve the community. We're a congregation that has a long history of being music lovers and music performers, so we're excited about the opportunities that we might have by having them in our space.
And it's Stephen's connections from not only Brooklyn, but the growing Beacon arts community,
Beacon Music Factory,
that helped to populate the new music school with those eager to teach.
I just had a moment right here where there was a girl in there on the drums, and her dad was outside the door here, and he said, "Oh, look, she's on the drums." And he's like, "This is so great." It's like peeking in. I'm like, "See, we've already done it."
And share their love for music.
Steve Clare is almost single-handedly doing this incredible job of bringing music to this town and making it a music hub.
1, 2, ready, go. When I moved up into Beacon 2 years ago, it was part of a long dream to be part of a music school to help bring music back into the community and the fabric of the community that I live in.
Green, red, yellow. It's nice for me personally to be grounded in a town and really start teaching again, and also to work with kids again. It's going to be special.
The Music Factory provides a shared home to pass on the skills needed to rock the house.
It centralizes it, so there's a geographic place where not just musicians, but artists are cross-pollinating.
Beacon, Wappingers Falls, Hyde Park, that'll all be coming down, so it's expanding past just the Beacon itself.
It gives us a more public sort of place, identity, more visible place under the auspices of a school to each do what we do.
It's good that you're using your third finger there.
Didn't even notice. Anybody could learn it. But if you want to be really good, you have to practice before you go into the lessons.
And what better place to manufacture a future than in a factory?
Double thumbs up.